Hey, so we're going to go ahead and get started down on our back. Good. Can you see me? Yes, you can. Alrighty, so what we're going to do is we're going to start by arching our back and then pressing our low back down into the mat. You're just arching your back and pressing your low back down into the mat. Try inhaling as you bring your belly button up towards the ceiling and exhaling as you press your back down. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. Good. Keep going. Try to loosen your neck so that your head nods. Yes. So your chin comes down. Just let it match what your spine is doing. Check back in with your breath. Are you inhaling up? Exhaling down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Good. Keep going. So today is our core class, and we really use our core while we're riding. It enables us to be stable and mobile in the saddle. Good. Keep going. Good. Pause. Find a flat back. Imagine that you have a marble right on your belly button, and what you're going to do is rock that marble around your pelvis. So try inhaling through half the circle and exhaling through half the circle. Really rocking that marble around your pelvis. See if you can try and keep your legs still. This can be easier. It can be harder. Find your balance. If it's a really small movement, that's totally okay. Pause and circle that marble the other way. Good. And come back to arching your back and pressing your low back into the ground. Arch your back. Press it into the ground. Inhale, belly button comes up towards the ceiling. Exhale, round your back into the ground. Keep this pace. Good. We're going to roll over onto our side. You can support your head with your hand, or you can rest your head down, whatever feels good in your neck. You're going to bring your heels back so they're in line with your glutes, and you're going to open this top knee up towards the ceiling. You want to do this keeping your hips aligned. You don't want to open up so high that you open your hips up towards the ceiling. You want to keep those hips aligned. Good. This is called the clamshell. I love this exercise because it really engages your glute medius. It also helps stabilize through your core. I lovingly call this one the pain in the butt. Good. Stay with it. Three more. Two more. One more. Nicely done. You can flip over onto the other side. I'm just coming up to seated so I can see you. Good. Keep your hips aligned and open your top knee up towards the ceiling. This one starts out easy, but gets harder. Think about keeping your feet together and really keeping your hips aligned. So you're not opening so high that your hips rotate up towards the ceiling. You want to keep your core tight, only bringing that hip up You will not achieve nirvana by having a greater range of motion. Good. 3 more. 3, 2, 1. Nicely done. Let's roll over onto our belly. And we're going to relax here for 1 second, letting our belly sink down into the mat. Really good. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Inhale fully. Exhale completely. Come up onto your hands and knees. And let's do some cat-cow, where we inhale, crown of head comes up, belly button comes down. Exhale, round your back. Really push your hands into the mat. Inhale up. Exhale, round. See what you can do in your shoulder blades. See if you can stretch underneath your shoulder blades as you arch your back into cat's back. Inhale up. Exhale down. Sorry. Inhale, head up. Exhale, head down. Inhale, belly button down. Exhale, belly button to the spine. Keep going. Good. Now we're going to engage through our core, check in with our left leg, and we're going to kick that left leg straight back and lift it only so high that it becomes parallel with your glutes. Keep that belly button tight. Nice. Straight line from your head to your heel. So you're not craning your neck forward. Good. And switch to the other side. Lift. 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 Nice. Slow and controlled. You don't want to use momentum and get rocking. Just slow and steady. Good. Come back to child's pose, where you bring your hips back and you can lower your head towards the ground. One more breath here. Inhale up. And we're going to do some bird dogs, where we reach forward with our left arm and kick back with our right leg. And we're going to move back and forth. Inhale up. Exhale down. Take this at your pace. Listen to your body. Great job. Good. 3 more. Keep your belly button to your spine. 1 more. Let's do 1 more for good luck. Nicely done. Flip over so you're sitting on your glutes. This is one of my all-time favorite exercises. You're going to grab onto the backs of your thighs. You're going to really keep your spine stitched together, and you're going to lift one leg, and then lift the other leg, and lift one leg, and then lift the other leg. Keep going. Keep marching. Check in with your spine. Is your sternum lifted up towards the ceiling? Beautiful. If this feels too easy, try straightening your arms. But what you really want to focus on is keeping that spine stitched together, your chest up. You don't want to round in your back and lift your legs. So if you can't do it without keeping your spine stitched together, it's perfectly okay. to grab onto the backs of your thighs. Good. Just keep going. And 3 more. 3, 2, 1. Come down onto your back. Really good. Bring your arms out to the side. They can be flat, like out. I'm doing goalpost arms. I don't think you can see my arms, but that's only because the wall is here. You're going to engage through your core, bring your knees up to center, and you're going to twist side to side. This is massaging your low back, massaging your SI joint. So what is the core? So I define the core as a cylinder. The top is your diaphragm. The bottom is your pelvic floor. And then it encompasses everything in between those two. And the diaphragm and the pelvic floor are both dome-shaped that work in an inverse relationship. So as you inhale, that dome of your diaphragm comes down. And as you exhale, the dome of your diaphragm comes up. It's kind of like, remember those old school gym classes where you would all get a corner and you would play with it, throwing it up in the air and then bringing it back down. Every time you inhale, just remember you're playing with a parachute. Keep going. It's okay if you scoot down the mat. That's perfectly normal. I think I started at the top and I'm probably about halfway down. Beautiful. Not easy, but simple. Some of the best things are. Good. Scoot on up to the middle of your mat. Nice. And windshield wipe your knees side to side. You are here and you're doing this just right. I am so proud of you for meeting me on the mat today. Good. Come up to seated. We're going to come on to our hands and knees. We're going to step back into plank position. It's totally fine to ride this low where you have a straight line from your knees to your head. So I would lower my hips a little bit lower. Or you can come up on your toes. My necklace is hitting my microphone. I hope that's not bothering you. Good. And breathe. And press your heels back towards the wall behind you. Good. Stay with it. It's okay to shake. You're doing great. Good. And exhale, lower your belly down. You did it. Nicely done. Let's take a few seconds here in this position where we are relaxing our glutes as much as possible, letting our belly sink down into the mat. The plank is one of my all-time favorite exercises because it's for your whole body. Good. Let's come on up to standing. I think tomorrow I'll take my necklace off. Alrighty, so now I just want to do a few standing exercises before we close up on the mat with some yin stretches. So what you're going to do is you're going to bring your arms to goalpost arms, and you're going to bring your knee out to the side. I had one client say she feels like a Disney character in this. I love this because it really activates our obliques. It feels really easy at first. That's perfectly normal. Keep breathing. Stay with it. Good. I like to think of this really old commercial, like, I don't know, 20 years old. And it had this shark, and it was like a joke gum commercial. And it was like, sharing is caring. It can be fun. And the shark comes in, that's like the kid. It's like a kind of like a Barney. And it pushes over the kid and takes the gum. And it's just a funny commercial. But sharing is caring. And I'm so excited I get to share this evening with you, or this morning if you're watching the recording after this comes out. Good, we're almost there. Keep going. Check in with your breath. Are you starting to feel it? Great. Arms out in T position. Toes are pointed straight ahead, and you're going to bend at the waist, reaching for your alternate toe, and then coming back up. This is called the windmill. I really like this exercise because it engages our core, but it also gets us thinking about our diagonal pairs, and it stretches across the diagonal of our body. Again, my necklace, I apologize. I'm going to flip it around back. Keep going. Good. Inhale up, exhale down. Take this at your own pace. Match your pace with your breath. Awesome. 3 more. 1, 2, 3, and you're done. All right, great job. We got one more big push before we come down into our final stretches. So I'm going to point the camera down. We're going to come down onto our back. This is one of my all-time favorite exercises, not quite as much as the plank, but it's a great core exercise. This is called the dead bug. You're going to bring your arms and legs up towards the ceiling, and you're going to lower your alternate pairs. If you feel confused by this, try starting with just your legs. Just your legs is a really good workout. But if you feel confident, add the arms. Good. Keep going. We want to go till it gets uncomfortable, to become comfortable in the uncomfortable. I know I can, I know I can, I know I can, I know I can. Keep going. You're the little engine that could. Good, Lou. Let's do 3 more on both sides. 1, 2, 3. Woo! I'm starting to feel a little bit of sweat around the crown of my head. Feels really good. I appreciate you meeting me here on the mat. I just want to do a few more stretches for our core. before we close today. If you notice, I'm windshield wiping my knees across the ceiling. I'm just massaging my low back. Feel free to do this or take a breath if you want. Whatever feels right in your body. Alrighty, so what I want to do for our stretch today is to come down onto our belly. We're going to come and relax our glutes as much as possible. And we're going to relax here, bringing our belly button towards the mat, relaxing our glutes. This is called a yin hold. And a yin hold really targets the fascia and the connective tissue of the body. It's a super way to allow your spine to slide and glide on itself, especially for the adult amateur. We spend a lot of time sitting. Long story short, this is a great exercise for your core, even though it doesn't feel so much like an exercise. Alrighty. So before we do this, I want to close our practice with a poem from, it's called The Radiant Sutras, the 12 Gateways to the Yoga of Wonder and Delight. I want to find the right passage, which might have been the one. Nope, this is it. The breath flows in, the breath flows out, traveling always the curving path of the goddess. Breath flows spontaneously of its own will. Thus, all breathing begins. Thus, all breathing beings continually give reverence to her. Be conscious of this unconscious prayer, for she is the most holy place of pilgrimage. She wishes for you to enter this temple where each breath is adoration of the infinite for the incarnate. Just about another minute here. I'm going to read another passage. Breath flows into the body as the nectar of the gods. Every breath is a whisper of the goddess. Here is the ritual I ask of you. Be the cup into which I pour this bliss, the elixir of immoral peace. Alrighty, well, thank you all for joining me today. I'm going to stop the recording and then we can chat.